from Savannah, Georgia. My mother would want you to know that we are from the Designing Women's South, not the Dukes of Hazzard South. All you younger folks, we're from the Southern Charm South, not the Honey Boo Boo South. I escaped the South in 1991. Just want credit for getting out. I had to go. I did not fit in. I am not a Southern belle. I'm not an alcoholic. And I'm not a racist. And I'm not saying everyone in the South is an alcoholic racist. Some are not racist. They're all alcoholics. My girlfriend did 23andMe and she found out her daddy's not her daddy. That was a real Jerry Springer Thanksgiving for her. I didn't want that to happen, so I did Ancestry.com. I put my spit in the vial, which is weird. You're not going to do hair, not fingernails, so we're just all going to spit. Okay. So I put my spit in the vial. I was very excited. I'm like, what am I going to be? What am I going to be? I don't know. I don't know. I got it back. The technical term for my DNA results is mayo on Wonder Bread white. I'm so white. I am Scottish, French, and English, which means I'm cheap, rude, and I have bad teeth. I do try to avoid the South, but I did have to go back because every now and then God comes down and says, put your big girl panties on. There's something for you to deal with, so I did. And it was my daddy's funeral. And since I got a little time, I want to tell you about my daddy. He was born during the Depression in extreme poverty. And he was sickly. He was a sickly child. And he read a lot. And he decided he could get out of poverty through education. So he put himself through Georgia Tech and got a degree in engineering and then got not one but 2 masters in engineering. At the age of 29, he was hired at NASA.
Wow.
I know. Thank you. I don't have any pockets, but I do have a tissue in my bra. So anyway, yes, very, 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 very proud of my daddy. Daddy was took care of things, was very prepared, well, sometimes a little too prepared. Had to go down. We lost Mama in 2007, and Daddy was devastated. He thought he's going to go next week. He was just didn't want to be around without Mama. And I was worried about it. So I go to Mama's funeral, and we're standing there next to each other, and I look, and he's got Mama a beautiful gravestone with her name, birth, and death date. It's gorgeous. And then there's a matching one next to it with his name and birthday. And since he was standing next to me, I said, what is this? He said, no, this is good. This is good. When I'm gone, it's going to be your responsibility. You have to bring me here and put in my day to death. And I said, okay. You good with a Sharpie? But Daddy was wrong. He found love again. He got married to little Julia Ann, and that's Ann with 3 letters and 2 syllables. She's about this high. And he moved to Gastonia in North Carolina, where she is from, and he had another 13-year marriage. And so he took me aside a few years ago and he said, when I go, I have different wishes, and I want you to know what they are. And I said, okay, what do you want? He said, when I go, I want half of my remains to go to Julia Ann, and the other half to go to your mother in Savannah. And I went, okay. Which means there's somebody at the funeral home that's going to get Daddy coming out of the furnace and go, one for you. One for you. Wife number 1. Wife number 2. Aaliyah gave me that joke. Just so you know. So anyway, when he passed, we did what he wanted, and Julianne took her half a Daddy in a beautiful blue and silver metallic urn, and then I took my half a Daddy, and I called the cemetery in Savannah. And I have not been to Savannah in decades, so it's like a foreign country. You just got to change your mindset a little bit, you know. So I called the cemetery, got a lovely girl named Veronica, and I told her what I needed. And she said, absolutely, that's not a problem. Do you mind if I call you back tomorrow? My cousin just got murdered. I went, oh my goodness. I'm so very sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. She goes, no, don't you worry about it. Nobody liked it. Nobody. But they called me because you can't leave a dead body laying around. And that's the attitude I want for the woman who is handling the funeral of my father. We went to Savannah, we're going down, we stopped at a Wendy's in Beaufort, South Carolina. Just FYI, if you go to the South, there's no fast food in the South. There are fast food restaurants. There is no fast food. There is talking to be done. Fellowshipping to be done. We stood in line, waiting, looking at the menu, waiting, and the man in front of us, unprompted, turned around and just started spewing. And in the time it took me to get to the register, I can tell you his name is Clyde. He works at 2 churches. He's got 4 children. He's got 3 dogs. He's got a house and a pool house. Really high property taxes, and he's in the middle of a tough divorce. Have your patience when you go to the South. Now, I think I indicated earlier that Savannah enjoys its liquor, enjoys its alcohol, but it has changed in the 40 years since I've been gone. They have taken all those historical homes, and they're now either a classroom for Savannah College of Art and Design, or they are a bar. And they have a new law called the Red Cup Law. Bet y'all can figure that out. Get a red cup, go to the bars. We saw an entire bachelorette party vomiting on the Robert E. Lee statue in a park. Karma. That's what that is. That's so the funeral was beautiful. Daddy would have been proud. It was over with. I get home and I told little Julianne, I told her, I said, why don't you let me handle Daddy's emails? She's 83. She's got an iPad. She likes to go on QVC and buy shoes. And just so you don't think that I'm talking behind her back, I told her I was going to say that. And she said, oh, I'm a PhD on QVC. I wish I was exaggerating that voice, but I am not. So I'm monitoring Daddy's emails, and about 2.5 months after the funeral, my father gets an email from the hospital where he died. And it said, dear Mr. Smith, our records indicate that you recently had a stay in our Gastonia, North Carolina facility. We do hope that you experienced an excellent standard of care that we strive to achieve. Please take a moment. Click the below link. Fill out a short survey. Let us know how we did. So I did. That first question, short survey, first question was, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, please rate your check-in process. Well, he came in an ambulance. That expedited the check-in process. I gave that an 8. The second question was, on a scale of 1 to 10, please rate your check-out process. Well, he did check out. I don't think that's the process they're talking about. I gave that a 2. And the last question was, would you refer this facility to your friends and family? And I marked no. And a comment box opened. It said, tell us why. And I wrote,